previously scheduled speaker would have been a lot more fun than I am, but in a pinch, I can do. So I wanted to just cover some basics, and then if you've got questions, I'm happy to answer them. First off, most of you probably already know that Juniper is owned by the city of Redmond. It's a municipal golf course. I work for a company called CourseCo. We have a management contract with the city, and the combination of our experience and the city's desires kind of gets us where we are today. It is considered one of the top courses in Central Oregon, which for those of you that golf is no small feat. There's a lot of quality golf courses here. We are regularly lumped in with all of the top resorts. As a matter of fact, one of our claims to fame, so to speak, is that we're included in the traveling golf groups that play Tetherow, Pronghorn, now Juniper Preserve, which drives me crazy, Brasada, Sun River, those types of things. So it speaks highly about our golf course. In addition, we're also considered one of the very finest municipal courses in all of the Northwest and the state of Oregon. The business may be a little bit larger than you might expect. Last year, we're on a fiscal year, so our fiscal year just started in July. The previous fiscal year, we did about $2.6 million in revenue, and we're projecting $2.8 million this year. Most people that I talk to that don't know that say, wow, that's much different than I would have expected. So we provide a fair bit of tourism to Redmond and Central Oregon as well. Of our 35,000 rounds, roughly a year, 17,700 are public, with a very big piece of those transient golfers. As everyone knows, Central Oregon is really popular in the summer. I remember when winter was busier than summer, but that's not the case now. And those people come in and spend a lot of money. I always tell my golf staff that one of the reasons we market to traveling golf groups is because in reality, they are our most profitable guests. They pay the golf fees, they buy food, they buy alcohol and other drinks, and then they buy merchandise as well. So it's a piece of the business that helps us with our financials on the bottom end of things. However, that said, as I said, being owned by the city of Redmond, only roughly 10% of the citizens use the facility. So one of our goals is to try and increase that number through non-golf related events. Included in that are, though some of you may know, we're the home course for Ridgeview High School, both the boys and girls golf teams, plus we host the cross-country team, and we run both individual meets and district events as well. We have junior leagues and junior camps. Junior programming is very important to us. That's how we grow the game and kind of keeps kids off the street, as my dad would have said. We also offer something called the First Green, which is an environmental program that teaches kids about proper use of chemical and water and valuing wildlife and all of that. We also provide low dollar access to the golf course for kids through the OGA, Oregon Golf Association's Youth on Course program. Central Oregon Junior Golf Association just started one mirroring it, and we honor both of those as well. In addition, we do events for the community. We do the free Easter egg hunt every Easter. We do a community block party, that's free as well. And then we also have the fireworks viewing since the fairgrounds decided they didn't want all the havoc, we get it. So it's actually been really, really good. And most of the people that attend all three of those are non-golfing communities, so it is hitting our target of bringing more community out here. We also do a multitude of charity golf events that give to Redmond Chamber for their scholarship funds, Redmond Area Park and Rec District for their scholarships, for Redmond Rotary through the Desert Rose, provided money to help build the ballparks in Redmond. Now that that is finished, they're working on some junior golf projects out here. We also do Camp Eagle Cap, which is a fundraiser for disadvantaged kids. And amazing, these kids are incredibly abused, and what they do in the camp that they run is phenomenal. We also provide a tournament for Make-A-Wish Foundation, and then we just started this year the Bruce Wattenberger Memorial Tournament, which is going towards Bruce's passion, which was youth golf. So those are some of the charity golf things that we do. We also have, one of our members does food bank collections, and we're the repository for that. We also do Toys for Tots and Christmas time, etc. And then we do special events too for community. We Mother's Day brunch, Valentine's Day, Sweethearts Dinner. Our next one is an adult Halloween party. It's our first year for that. We're going to have, some of you may be familiar with the local band Precious Bird. They're going to be out here. We're looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We do wine pairing dinners. We've got a bourbon tasting and beer pairing dinner coming up first part of November. Those are a blast. If you don't know bourbon, it's a great place to get started. That's one of my passions. So, I don't drink a lot, but I drink a lot of different bourbons. I think I've got 142 bottles of bourbon at home. Most of them only have about that much out of them because I'm a taster, not a drinker. So, and that's what that bourbon tasting is about. And then of course we do our New Year's Eve party. All told, we hope that makes a dent in non-golf community people coming out and enjoying this amazingly beautiful community asset. That's all I have. What questions, comments? Yes, ma'am.
I just have a statement. I sit on the Redmond Real Estate Foundation board, and you host us for that, so we
Golfers
can raise,
for Scholars, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
Yes, but that's okay. But one year, the committee had decided, when I was not on the committee, to have it at a different Redmond golf course, and it was horrible, to say the least. And you guys always do such a great job out here hosting it, and I've done with the chamber. Every single time, it's just, you guys are really on top of your game. You have it dialed in, and it's good for the people that are coming out, and that they enjoy it, but they want to come back and be part of it again the next year, which is important in those types of events. So kudos to you guys.
I love that. So one of my favorite phrases for the golf staff and the restaurant staff is hurry up and wait. My favorite time in tournament prep is hurry up and wait. Everything's done. We're not running around like chickens with their heads cut off when our guests are arriving. So that's a testament to the hard work they put in ahead of time. Yeah. Thanks for the comment. Yes, sir.
How does the city financially benefit from or assist you in the financial piece of running your?
So financially, generally speaking, we're self-contained. There's one exception to that. The bond that was used to originally build the product, is paid by the general fund. Outside of that, any maintenance equipment, any upgrades, any deferred maintenance, all of those things come out of the proceeds of our operations. We'd like to be able to eat some of that bond, but that becomes somewhat difficult in this market in particular, with inflation the last couple of years and the difficulty, which you probably see, in getting quality workers. Wage expectations are higher, etc. So that has been a challenge that's been one of my goals since I started, is to be fully self-contained, meaning we eat that bond, but it's been challenging. Thankfully, the city has not had to invest additional funds. Yes, sir.
When will those bonds be retired?
They're about 6 years, 7 years, and then that goes away. It's about don't quote me on this, but I'm close, $337,000 a year that they pay. So that money then will go back into the general fund, be used for other purposes. What else?
You guys ever thought of having music out here?
Actually, yes. I know we used to do it in the past. And one of the things that I look as a business person is, are we spending money to grow the business, or are we spending money just because? What I found in analyzing our previous music was that we didn't, I'm assuming, I wasn't here, but I'm assuming we didn't market enough and we didn't get enough people out to even pay for the band, let alone the labor and the food and all of that. So we stopped doing that. We're getting back to it, but it has to be like, for example, the Halloween party, bringing a quality band in. They're not inexpensive, but their following is large enough that we can charge a small amount for people to come out and watch them. That'll pay for the band, which makes it tenable at that point. So you'll see more of that going forward. One of the things that we want to do, but we've yet to figure out a reasonably inexpensive manner to do it, is to shade the patio. Anybody who's been out here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon knows it's about 100,000 degrees out there. It's a beautiful view, but I think probably to build the building again, we might have skewed it a little bit so that there was a little bit more shade. We got to figure out a way to do that. We looked at it last summer, and it was about $60,000 to do something that was going to work. And that's a big number for small return. So, but we're still exploring options, and that is probably one of the next improvements that we want to do.
How has it been with staffing? I know we were very fond of Jenna. She was amazing.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of this hospitality industry has a tough time keeping staff and getting staff to show up. Have you seen much issues with that?
Significant issues with that. Twofold, really. Quality people stay for a period of time and then they move on. Right? Jenna was fantastic. She had a tremendous ownership of her position. When you change over a key person like that, you have to then redevelop not only the efficiencies but the ownership in it as well. And we're, as you know, we're in the midst of doing that. The quantity of desirable applicants is still relatively small, and that's been since COVID, really. I would have expected by now the labor market would have gotten a little bit back to normal, but it just really hasn't. And one of our other challenges is being significantly seasonal. It's difficult to provide enough income for servers, etc., during the winter to keep them. So it's still one of our primary challenges, absolutely. Yes, sir.
What sort of things should we expect to see being done on the course this coming year? What are the upgrades going to be like?
So we're at a point in time where any upgrades that we're going to do are going to be expensive. For example, last year, you probably know we replaced the pond liner. That was $280,000. We leveled the tee blocks at the range and on the par 3s on the course. That was about $15,000, not much money there. But the next things that are on the docket is rebuilding one of our greens, which is about $180,000, and then start to rebuild the bunkers, which all told is about $600,000. So back to the how do we provide that, right? The challenge for me is to make sure that we operate in a manner that allows us to accumulate the funds to be able to do those big jobs. Beyond that, the biggest concern we have as a golf course right now is the irrigation system. It's nearly 20 years old. It's already past what the industry dictates is useful life, but I'll also tell you that there's very few golf courses that only stick with what that useful life is. And it's something that we spend something on the order of $40,000 or $50,000 a year on, fixing things as required. If we were to go and replace the system in total, probably about $2 million. So that's just not on the table. So beyond that, the improvements would be there's some tree thinning we want to do. We'll continue to edge out bunkers to prolong their existing life. But probably from a capital investment perspective, not a lot in the next year because I need to accumulate my savings bank. Because in the last 4 years, we actually were very unusual in that most golf courses have a very significant monthly expense for leased equipment for maintenance, with no leased equipment. The last 3 years, we've replaced nearly every piece with cash. So my way of looking at that is it makes the nut we've got to crack in tough times much smaller and puts us in a better position than a lot of other golf courses. But now that we've exhausted those funds, I need to accumulate them again. Yes, sir.
Have you set a date for your wine dinner?
Wine pair, no. The bourbon dinner is November 8th. Wine dinner will probably look sometime January, February. So, and we'll have it posted up around as well. Yes, sir.
So let's say hypothetically somebody found an expired gift card in a desk drawer.
So it depends on what kind of gift
It's
card.
an
Is it?
individual round of golf. It's a
Okay,
paper
so-
one that I think your autograph's on it.
Got it. Unfortunately, they expire. We get requests for several hundred every year. So we're happy to give them, but we do hold their expiration.
That's fine.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
But come see me. I may be able to figure something out.
All right.
Just hypothetical.
Yeah, exactly.
Only hypothetical.
Asking for a friend.
That's it.
What else can I answer for you?
Now, thank you very much for.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Happy to do it. Sorry I didn't have more.
picture.
Oh, and by the way, we thoroughly enjoy having you guys out here. And one of the reasons I wanted to cover our charity things is because that's what you do. And it's nice to know that we do that as well.
Thank you. Barb will get my hide if we don't take a picture. Wonderful. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Did you get one? Yeah. Thanks, guys.
He doesn't trust me. I wouldn't trust me with a picture.
Nicely done, Amber.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. I was lucky to have a small group today, so hopefully Ron will be back next week. Okay, I did look up a joke of the day. Don't get excited. It's probably not going to be as stellar as Chris's joke. So, what cities come together to give the most? No? Generosities.
All right.
I know. All right, our quote for the day. One of the marvelous things about community is that it enables us to welcome and help people in a way we couldn't as individuals. When we pull our strength and share the work responsibility, we can welcome many people, even those in deep distress, and perhaps help them find their self-confidence and inner healing. And that is Jean Veneer, which was supposed to go with our speaker today, but Thrive wasn't here, and that's a lot of what they do is kind of pulling resources to help the community, which is, our focus too. So our next speaker next week is going to be Core 3. They're going to come speak to us. If any of you have heard about what they're looking at building out here for first responders, they will be here to speak to us about the Core 3. So hopefully everyone can make it, and some more people, and Ron will be back. Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, Amber.
Thank you.
Go. Ring the bell.
Oh, okay.